Mm. Ooh, Grand Rising, you Elizabeth's Grand Rising.
Mm.
Oh, it is a day that we have never seen before. So I am encouraging you to go out and do your darndest in soul and spirit to make it better, not only for yourself, but for your family, for your community, for your state, for the world. Go out there because we are waiting for you to show up purposefully so that you can bring what you were brought to bring to this experience called life. Welcome, Grand Rising, Grand Rising.
Grand
Woo!
Rising. Oh my goodness
Yeah,
gracious alive.
yeah, that lets us know we are responsible to this thing called life.
Hmm.
We have, if you've been given life, you have a responsibility. Now,
Yep.
sometimes we may not want it. Okay. Sometimes we just might want somebody else to do it. Now, can somebody else just come and do this today? Okay.
Hmm.
All right. We know that sometimes you probably just need a little break from life, and we have to take it. We have to what do they call it, go off the grid.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
grid, cut off the television, the telephone. The I remember when I went off the grid, I kept getting all of these texts. Your voicemail is full, your voicemail is full. Well, guess what, I know that way you can't leave any more messages that I'm responsible for having to pick up. I know that. I let it fill up on purpose. Okay. And then you get to choose how you do reentry.
Hmm.
You
Hmm.
know, you get to choose that. And so and you know what? And the other thing is not feel guilty about it.
Mm-mm.
Not feel guilty about it. Girl, what or this is the what what's wrong? I couldn't get to you. Whatever. Excuse me.
Hmm.
See, our kids don't know anything about when you call somebody, the line is busy.
I know.
They don't,
They don't.
they don't know anything about that. They don't, they
Right.
don't know if you called somebody and the line was busy, you call back later. They don't know nothing about that. Okay. What they know is they call you, either you're going to pick up or your voicemail will pick up.
Hmm.
Now, let me tell you who I appreciate. Okay. My grandchildren have voicemails that have not been set up. Have you ever gotten that message?
Hmm.
Yeah.
This person has a voicemail that's not been set up.
Hmm.
You can't even leave a message, so they don't even have anywhere where you can leave a message. There's something profound about that. It really, really is.
Hmm.
That, okay, you tried to reach me and I was unavailable. So reach back later. That is the new way of getting a busy signal. Getting a busy signal. All right. And it's something about the term busy signal.
Hmm.
A busy signal. That means that I am otherwise engaged with something else.
Something
I,
else.
right. I'm choosing not to split my personality.
Hmm.
Okay. Do you know what I don't do? Unless a call comes through that I've been playing phone tag with somebody, if I'm on the phone with somebody and another call comes in, I just let it ring. Okay.
Mhm.
They, oh, do you want to get that? No. Mm-mm. Because I'm talking to you, I can only have one conversation at a time.
Mm.
Oh, but then the smartphones are so damn smart. But you can merge the call if you want to. No, I don't want to merge the call. I'm talking to you. The intent while I'm talking to you was for all of us to talk, then that would be something awesome. But we're old school for a reason. We're old school because we remember those boundaries that were put in place for our health and wellness.
Mm-hmm.
And we've forgotten. We've forgotten what it means to have a busy signal. And we didn't trip because the phone was busy, did we? We didn't trip. Oh, grandma on the phone. Or so we didn't trip.
Right.
Now, when you call people back, I was trying to call you. And really? Really? Not with that energy. No, thank you.
You know what? It's strange to get a busy signal this day. Have you ever called someplace and got a busy signal? I'm like, what?
It's been.
It's been. Did I call somebody's graveyard or something? The phone is. They didn't disconnect. I'm taking my phone with me.
Oh my God, those signs that we had that were for. Oh, but what I really, let me tell you what I missed now, and I'm telling on myself because sometimes you just got to do it. You know what I'm saying? I miss the fact that now you can't hang up on somebody. You know when you use
they
that,
can hear it.
You say they can hear it. They can slap that phone down. Somebody needs to invent the app where the sound of you slapping that phone down so they know that they have been hung up on. Not at the call, which they'll call you back to I think the call dropped. No, it didn't drop. I stopped it.
You hear it? Didn't you hear it?
Yeah, didn't you hear it? Oh my God. So yeah, it is those things were put up, because technology hadn't caught up with us yet. But wow, they were put there, and now we can use them as reminders for our well-being. Sometimes we just need a busy signal to let people know, look, I'm doing some self-care right now, and I can't be interrupted. My voicemail is full because I'm in the process of doing something important for me. So if we would, those are the options that they have been giving us, with these cell phones. And the beautiful part about it is we can be on other corners of the world and still connect.
Mm-hmm.
That's the beauty, in the same time zone, even though it's different time zone, we can meet at the same time. When we have calls, we have to put on their Eastern Standard Time, because you got to put that on there, because if you don't, somebody gonna chime in an hour later. Well, what? Well, baby, it was, and and they're an hour behind or 3 hours behind us, or ahead of us, and they've so I mean, we have to use technology not only for our benefit in communicating, but we have to use it for our benefit of not communicating as well.
Mm-hmm.
And not feel guilty about it. Ladies, do not feel guilty about it. And if you must make an announcement, you don't have to, but if you must make an announcement, you can put on Facebook, hey, I'm going off the grid. I'll let y'all in a month.
Yeah.
Or change your message if the voicemail is going to pick up. My voicemail says there is no telling where I am.
Right.
Truth. It is the truth. However, you can leave a change the voice message. Hi, this is Danny, and I just want you to know that for the next 4 weeks, I will be unavailable for anything. unavailable for anything. All right.
Mm-hmm.
And so your family knows, whatever. And so because you let them know, and hey, that's it, and then stick with it. The other thing is we feel guilty, and then we get halfway through. Okay, this is week 2. Well, let me go on in and check on things. What? No,
Mm-hmm.
let me go in and see what's going. No, no. Why is it so hard to give ourselves the time that we need? Why is it? Why is it?
Mm-hmm.
Would you say, Queen?
I said it was created. He was busy and confused.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
like
yeah.
the bunny, the energy
Right.
is
Moving.
going. And
Right.
Danny, Mama Het's hand has been up.
Yes, I'm sorry, Mama Hat. Come on. You know you got to jump on in there. Come on, Mama Hat.
Listen. I wanted to listen. I was letting my phone take the message, okay, while I was thinking.
Right.
I wrote everything. It's so funny. When you talked about how your phone rings and you don't answer it. When you have company and that happens, they go berserk. Your phone is ringing and they'll give it to me.
All right.
I said, I'm ignoring it right now. I'm
Yeah.
ignoring the phone. And they're like, oh my God, whose phone is ringing? And I'm just, still piddling, doing what I'm doing. But what was the other one? Oh, the new hang up is this.
What?
Shh. I think the connection is bad. That's the new hang up. That's shh. We got a bad connection. And what was the final one? You just, oh my goodness, I had one more. Let me see that. Yeah, that was it. That's all I remember right now.
I love that. Or this one, Mama Hat. This one. Hello?
Are you there?
Hello? You can't hear me? Hello? Hello? Hi, you must be in a bad area. Hello?
Oh, that one. Yes, that one. That one.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hello? Oh, and then just go out. So they already know that there was a problem. Now you can keep moving. Okay.
Yeah, right.
But you know what? You get these annoying calls. You get these annoying where I don't know whether it's an automatic thing, but you say, I'll say, yeah, I'll say hello, and there's nothing. Mm-hmm. Hello? I said, third time, hello, and I hang up. But they hang up, or it hangs up, and they don't, pick up, and it's like, don't call me unless you're on the other side.
I see you, Danielle. The other thing is we have to be mindful is that because they're automated calls, they are triggered to the word hello. They're triggered by the word hello because that's how we answer the phone. Hello. Mm-hmm. Now, what I have had to do, because we get so many, is after a number comes through that I don't recognize, I'll let it go through. I call it back. I call the number back. It might be somebody calling from a different number. It just might be. Mm-hmm. But 9 times out of 10, when I call it back, it'll either say, it's a number you can't call into.
Right. Okay? Right.
It's a number you can't call. So you already know. So, you can block it. You can block it, delete it. They'll just go to another number. They're going to keep calling. I don't care before how many lists you have to put your number on this list so that they won't be called. That didn't work, because how many lists have you been on since this started? So they still calling. Okay, so it might be doctor's office. It might be, so I have to call it back just to see if it is something that I need to deal with. But yeah, it's annoying. But if once you say hello, the automated call is generated by that hello. Mm-hmm. Hi, Lisa. I'm glad you're available. No, Lisa, I'm not available. Okay. All right. So yeah. Hey, Danielle, what's up, boo?
Hey, I heard you talking about the calls and everything. Let me take this down.
Oh, you
You're mute.
muted.
Yeah.
Recently, I've had my phone on do not disturb. There's like so many do not disturb
Oh,
focus features on the iPhone that people actually get mad because they can't get through me. And
yeah.
I'm like, I don't want to be bothered with right now. Like, I'm literally, sometimes I have it on for work. Sometimes I just leave it on. It comes on at night so I can go to sleep. I have it set that only certain people can get in touch with me. Even if those certain people get in touch with me, it's like, I don't want to be bothered with. And it's
Mm.
like, it's probably one of the most peace of mind that I've ever had, because I'm like, I choose to call you back when I choose to call you back. Not
Yeah.
that I feel rushed to call you right now.
Mm-hmm.
And it's been such peacefulness that I'm like, okay, I might leave this on for a hot second, because I get to choose when I want to call you back. I get to choose if I want to talk to you. And
Yeah.
I realize I have a choice to do this. It's like, oh, okay. So it's been more peaceful for me to handle the things I need to handle at hand without the negative energy of other people. And it's like, okay, I'm appreciative of appreciative. I would love to have a voicemail message to be like, I'm available for the next 4 weeks. I will return all phone calls at this date. At this, I was like,
You can do that. That's the beauty of it. You can absolutely do that. You really can. And then see what they do with it. See, really, the people lose their minds when they can't get in. See, the thing about this, they figure because you have it in your hand. See, that's the first problem. Everybody's walking around with this phone in their hands. Okay? When you're out at a concert, when you're out at the supermarket, when you're out at, everybody has this damn thing in their hands.
Including the babies. Including new
the babies.
babies.
The new babies are sitting at the table. They got their tablets. The mom and daddy got their phones. They got that, really. And so we have them in our hands all the time. So now, if we know you got it in your hand, why aren't you answering? Because I'm calling you.
mm-hmm.
Okay?
You know how many
We have taught people that you have all access to me all the time.
Mm-mm.
That's what we've taught them. So that when they can't get us, it's a problem. Let me tell you something. When I answer the phone now, people say, ooh, I'm feeling real special right now because you don't always answer the phone. You know that, don't you? Yes. Because I don't have it in my hand all of the time.
No.
Let me tell you something. You want to freak people out? Leave that message. My cell phone is not in my hand at the time. And if truth be told, I don't even know where it is. And I'll get back to you as soon as I possibly can. Not based on what you want, but as soon as I possibly can. Go ahead, look to freak people out. Go ahead. And guess what? They'll be all right.
Well, because in the house, she and I text each other so we're not hollering back and forth because that's annoying. But if I don't carry my phone to the bathroom with me.
No.
House. It's in my room. So I can text you.
Yeah.
It can come with you.
My hands.
Don't smell anything.
I could have went down and put a load of clothes in the washing machine, took a load out, put a load in.
Yes.
Today I was out in the yard, deadheading the flowers and putting some water on them or whatever it is. I've been calling you. I say, okay, good morning. What?
Right.
Okay, what? I'm out here living. Come on now. But they know that it's like an appendage at the end of our arm. You all
If you leave it, you got to come on back. Mama had you I see your hand up. If you leave,
yeah.
you'll drive all the way back to get that
Oh,
home.
not me. Now that's what people. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm late, girl. I had to go back and get my phone.
Mhm.
Nope. I
I
just
like
put
to not do that. I like to not.
unless I'm traveling. Now, but you do a checklist. You got your phone, you got your cord, you got all of that. Okay. But no, just because I only gonna be out for a couple of hours.
Mhm.
I
Mhm.
mean, you have my phone on me. What's going on?
Mhm.
And they
I
like,
want
what?
every, okay.
Yeah, no. Mm-mm.
I actually did that recently.
Yeah,
Left my phone at home.
on purpose.
No.
Okay.
And when I got where I was going, I was like, because yeah. And went to call she and I said, my phone is at home on my desk. Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Oh well. Look, oh well. Oh well.
Okay, Mama
So,
Head, go ahead.
so I want everybody to pick up their phone and I'm gonna teach you this new message. I learned this New Year's Eve, New Year's Day. Everybody get your phone. Okay.
Got my phone.
Hello.
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 How can you help me?
How can you help?
Baby? Baby, they like, wait a minute. Because most times the phone call is what can you do for me?
Can
You
you
know,
do for me?
but
Oh,
we're
I
gonna
love
switch
it.
it up.
I love
And when that phone ring,
Oh,
how can
baby,
you help me?
I'm about to do that with Mama Hat. I'm about to do that one.
And
Woo!
then my other one is Mama Tanae. She has a 10 o'clock cut the phones off time. Everybody parks it, turn that sucker off, and they put it in a basket outside of everybody's bedroom. It's not in any room. I used to put mine for my alarm in my bathroom so it would make me get up. Because you'll hit that snooze button 50
Yeah.
times. So if you got to get up and go get to shut it off,
Okay.
instead of, you know. So yes. And always, sometimes, if you go put a load in your phone, if you take your phone with you, your phone is gonna be down in the basement while you on the third floor.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
I may have left my phone. I might be polishing my toenails or something.
Yes.
I have the phone in my. I don't walk around. My
I
friends get mad. Well, you don't have your phone with. Listen, man.
listen.
How can you help me?
Okay.
I
I
love that.
said, oh my
I,
God.
I get
Oh,
so tied up in my phone sometimes. I appreciate when it dies.
Lolly,
Only on
Lolly.
the good times.
Yeah.
Only good times though, because if it died at night and it's my alarm, then it's something like today happens. But I like when it just dies. And then it's like, you know what? I'm gonna just put that away, and I'm gonna
Pre-
just handle my business, and I get so much done, and that's okay.
yeah. So if that's the case, okay, hey, Lolly, if that's the case, and we know that when it dies or we leave it at home or whatever it is, there's a certain amount of freedom attached to that. Why don't we just do it anyway?
Yeah.
You can say, oh, it's Freedom Friday. First Friday of the month, I don't do my cell phone. So y'all either get to get me on Thursday or catch up with me on Saturday, one or the other. Because guess this is it.
You know,
Okay.
if in doing that, Sky Covington, I don't know if y'all know Sky, some of you. When she switched over to in her spiritual life to anyway, they celebrate Saturdays. I mean, that's Sabbath.
7-day Adventist. Is it 7-day Adventist?
No, it's
No.
it's it's
It'll come to you.
yeah, it'll come to me. But anyway, but they honor the Sabbath. And since that, she, I just don't call her.
Yeah.
Saturday,
Yeah.
honor that and don't call her. Or if even if I don't even text her, because
Yeah.
and this is what gets me when people are texting people, especially this the entertainment industry.
Mm-hmm.
So they have this thread, and somebody wakes up at 8 in the morning you hearing ding.
Yeah, ding, ding,
Ding,
ding. Yeah.
ding, ding, ding.
I said, you guys are musicians and singers. It's more the singers, not the musicians, right?
Mm.
I'm like, don't you know they don't even get up until 11, 12 o'clock and you bing, bing. That's just, anyway.
Yeah. But the other thing too is it's the when you talk about the Sabbath and they honor the Sabbath. I don't know, Lolly, you might be too young to remember that there was nothing open on Sunday.
Nothing.
Nothing. No store, no gas station. There was nothing. If you
Definitely
didn't
not a
get your
club.
grocery, not a club. Look at here. You couldn't, if you didn't get your groceries on Saturday for Sunday dinner, you weren't gonna have, you know. Now it might have been a little rinky dinky store open across on the other side of town someplace that would be open on Sunday from 8 to 12. And if you missed that window, that was it. But there was nothing open, no businesses being transacted, no nothing. You couldn't get gas, you couldn't get nothing on Sunday but church. That was it.
Mm-hmm.
That was it. And
And
now
cities, Jackie, Danny, that
mhm.
at 12 o'clock or something on Saturday night. Now these it you just could not do any evil,
Nope.
like that, go out drinking, all that kind of stuff. Those are more of the smaller towns and stuff that they still carried it on as long as they could, as long as they could. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Grand
But
Rising,
now,
Ebony.
yeah, Ebony.
And when the
Mariah,
trees, the
lady.
kids,
This too shall pass, and they'll be talking about this, and we walk, and because they walking around mentally talking to each other.
Yeah.
yeah,
No communication.
Or and the other thing, remember when they came out with the ear pods,
yeah,
the ear pods, and you could
yeah.
be talking. And I'm at the bank, I'm standing in line at the bank, the guy just talking. I said, excuse me.
Yeah.
And he was like, I'm like, what? Really? There was a time when you were out somewhere talking, looking like you was talking to yourself, that they thought you was crazy.
Exactly. I was going to say, you don't know who's crazy or not.
You
We're
don't know
all
who's
crazy.
crazy now. Guess what? We all crazy now. Okay. We
Yeah.
all out here talking to ourselves with these earbobs and no.
And they wear them forever. They
Oh
wear them
yeah.
forever.
They're like
Your
earrings.
ear.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah. They're like earrings. So
But I'm
I
not putting that
just,
in my.
that close to your head. Okay. But you know what? It's all choice. Let me tell
It
you
is.
something. There are people who have never owned a cell phone, ever. And they don't intend to get one.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
They don't intend to get one. I still have a landline. I'm not getting rid of it because the reception on my cell phone sucks.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
All right. So I'm not going to get rid of my landline. And the shame of it is the technology doesn't want to support it, because when I had something wrong with the line, I had to fight with AT&T to come and repair it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
They say, well, we can't keep that line that's going into that room. You're gonna just have to use the line over there. I said, but that's not where I want the phone. Well, I don't know what to tell you, Miss Well, they're not going to send anybody out to report. That's the sad part about it.
Mm.
That's the sad part. So I got two phones in one room, and no phone in where I need it, because they refuse to support the lines and stuff that they put in. Okay. But you know what?
So Danny, you and many of us refuse to change. Who moved my damn cheese?
Who moved my
Oh, my
cheese? Well,
cheese.
now let me say this. It's not that I'm refusing to change. That's my issue is I live across the street from a school and it blocks the signal on my cell phone. So if I were to let go of my landline, I would, I couldn't move around the house and talk if I'm on a conversation. I would have to stay in one room and sit there and finish that conversation and then go. So it's not, if it wasn't for that school and I was where it could ping and I got good reception, it wouldn't be a problem. But until that happens, yeah.
I'm sure they'll have you a new shorty up soon. It won't be too long because the penetrable ability of the first towers that were really, really high, cement would block. If they couldn't get to certain buildings, that's why you would have the routers in different places. But baby, now these new ones they can penetrate it, but not yours. Yours ain't they not yours. But those shorty, if you notice, the towers are much shorter now. They're not as tall because they want to, cover more air. The cover.
Got it.
And they ain't taking down the old ones. They added to. So soon come. Yeah. You'll have better reception.
It'll get there. It'll get there.
But when the power go out, the landline still works. Just know that.
Baby, come on now. Well, we learned that in the blackout. If you didn't have a landline in the blackout, you couldn't communicate with nobody.
Whether your phone was powered up or not, because the cell was over.
Okay, wait a minute. And you couldn't have a cordless phone. Okay? It couldn't be a cordless phone that depended on the electricity. You had to be connected to the power, baby. You had to have, come on now. You had to be connected to the power to get a connection.
That's right.
All right.
Direct.
A direct line, baby.
Here's another one. Here's another one. They told us about, certain equipment and stuff for and reaching over and where are you at? We're doing a musical thing and our timing is perfect because of what they do. But then he said, but you cannot use cell phones or any, what do you call it? It had to be plugged directly to
That's right.
the house to work on that level.
Yes. Yep. Right. You got to be connected to the power, baby.
The direct link, baby. The direct link.
Because if you, a lot of these people are streaming and one thing and another, and it's relatively, well, not new, but anyway, you can't, like you said, Queen, if you're presenting or whatever it is, you have to be into that Ethernet. You have to plug in that Ethernet because the reception trying to depend on Wi-Fi don't work. It don't work. All right. We had a young man that was doing our church service on Sunday, right? And he says, oh, I am, the Wi-Fi is good. I have a strong Wi-Fi connection and nothing's going to happen. Baby, soon as he got on that doggone broadcast, he was like, we heard every other word. We heard every other word. Reverend Shahira was horrified. She said, never again. If you cannot hook up into the power, you will not be presenting, on this platform. That's right, Queen.
That's why I did give the power to Queen. Get the power to Queen.
Right, baby.
Show this video for me, please, because she got because the mama Queen has the direct.
She got a direct line, baby. Okay. and she said she's shaking her head. Yep. I got a direct line on all cases. Yep.
Yes.
I am directly into the main line.
Oh,
And they say, keep it on the
no, I'm
main
thinking about
line
that
and
song.
tell me
Keep
what
us
you
on
want.
Tell
the
him
Keep
what
line.
it on the
want.
main line and tell me what you
What you
want.
want?
Mainline.
Wait, you
Tell
got
him what you want.
ladies, you got to hear what Danny said of how the new way of answering our telephone. Okay.
No,
Okay.
Mama had said that. Uh-huh.
Mama,
That was
yes,
Mama hat.
give us the new way.
Give us the new one.
Okay, everybody get your phone. Your phone just rang. Bring, bring.
Bring.
Mama Evelyn. Mama Evelyn. How can you help? I messed up. Yeah. How can
That's
you
okay.
help me?
How can you
How can
help
you
me?
help me? Everybody practice. This is gonna be your cyber homework for a day. How
That's
can
right,
your
baby.
Elizabeth cyber homework?
That's right, baby.
Bring, Mama Evelyn. I'm calling you. Bring.
You muted, Mama.
Can you help me? How can you help me?
That's okay. I like that. Both work. I like both.
That's right.
Can you help me?
Okay.
Can you help me?
What you gonna do for me?
What can you do for me? Oh, I know. Jennifer Hudson. What about what I want? What about me? How can you bring Queen? I'm calling. Queen, I'm calling. Queen, I'm calling. At calling Queen.
Lord, how can you help me? Baby,
Can you help me today?
that is so rich. Okay.
you
It
help
don't
me?
matter.
How can you
I'm
help me
telling you, when
today?
you say that, they don't know what to say because
I
they were
know.
getting, they already got, when you answer the phone, you take the breath and you say what you're getting ready to say. They go, no, put this call on FaceTime and go stand in the mirror so I can see, so we can both see each other when we talk.
Oh,
How
God.
can
Help me today.
Whew, I love it. I love it. I love it.
Grand
You know what-
Rising.
What you
How
say,
can
baby?
you help me today?
Yes. How
You
can
know-
you help me today? That's right. And then you're right. They probably have to stop and say,
Because
Right.
I was getting ready to say, wait a minute, what? I need you.
What?
Because they say, I need you. That's what they say.
Right. Okay.
I need you.
What did you just say? What?
No, wait a minute. You meant, so I got this from a meme on Instagram, and it was so funny. It was so hilarious, y'all. I'm telling you. It was so hilarious.
I love
And
it.
you were speaking about how the babies have phones. When Isis got here, I refused to get a phone. I said she don't need no phone. When she went to high school, I said all your friends got phones. You could call me if you need.
Colby, yeah.
She did have an incident where she was out in public and it was some shooting going on. I think it was Noel night one year, and she told her girlfriend, "Let me see your phone." But when I sent her out to school in Fraser, my sister was like, "She gonna have a phone out there." But I think she's a very different child because of that.
Yes.
She wasn't doing that social media stuff. So I really, and you know what made it easy for parents. First of all, our parents that aren't, they pretend like they're not communicating because they have a common child. So the cell phone was the excuse. So they get the children a cell phone so they don't have to talk to you. You still got to talk to you still got to connect to the source. You still have to talk to the mama, the daddy, because even when the child's on the phone with the daddy, the mama's, and when the child on the phone with mom, they doing the same thing. You still have to communicate. Stop playing the game. But then they started, oh, we'll give you free phones. So now your child got phones at 2 and 3 years old. They playing with them. So that means they drooling all over them. Plus they know how to work them. When you need to learn how to work a phone, give it to the child. Because they're going to say, Mom, all you got to do is push this button right here. Just push the button.
That is so true. That is true. And then you say, okay, then they grab the phone, they do it and hand it back. I say, no. I don't want you to do it. I want you to show me how to do it.
Right.
They'd be like, Fifi, oh God. That's all right.
Oh no.
Man,
When you go to take a picture and there's no room on the camera because your baby
I
done
know
took
you don't have no more.
5,000 pictures of they sell. Tell us.
Girl, stop. Videos and pictures just full. Can't make a call, can't get a call. Why? Because you got all of these 10,000 pictures and videos on, and then it's all of them, all the babies, all of the girl. Stop. Mm-mm. Oh, Lord have mercy, Jesus. Lord. Miss Lolly, what you got for us today? What's going on?
Hello, Grand Rising. Um, you know, today has been a great day so far. Sorry, a little late, but this week has been great and it's been full of just a lot going on, but a lot of what I was talking about last week, not yesterday. What? Community. Um, and so I really like what Mama Het was saying. It's like how can you help me, or what can you do for me, or you know hello, how are you, what about what I need, I,
Mm-hmm.
all of that is cool and it's necessary sometimes, and I realize I'm somebody who struggles a lot to ask for help sometimes. I just it's I don't know if it's an ego thing, a pride thing, all of the above, but it's sometimes hard to ask for help. And with that being said, I wanted to actually share. I just pulled up two articles, but this article that talks about 4 tips to effectively ask for help. So I wanted to share that with y'all because I'm like, I could use this because not only I need help in a lot of different ways. I've been starting my program, well, getting my program together, the Charm School for the girls, and I actually, I've been reaching out for help. And Takrisha came yesterday, and helped me make some phone calls to recruit and organize my thoughts surrounding whatever else was left to organize. And I was like, wow, this feels good. Help. What is help? This is great. And then I've been in conversations with other people about some upcoming shows, and we're figuring out, sponsorships and what that could look like, and how we're gonna ask people to sponsor, and what do the sponsorships entail, and like thinking about all of that, and we're like wrapping our heads around. I have a meeting later today where we're like figuring out all of those things. But at the end of the day, it falls back into asking for help, which is so necessary in our lives, in our businesses, in our everything. So, let me read this. I want to read, let's see where it's at. It says, why is asking for help so hard? The primary reason is fear. We fear that we'll be turned down, laughed at, or revealed to be a fraud. Though these fears are usually unfounded, we are loath to ask for help because because the seemingly simple act carries a number of high social risks: rejection, vulnerability, diminished status, and the inherent relinquishing of control. In the face of these threats, fear overrides reason, and as studies in neuroscience show, this risk of emotional pain activates the same regions of the brain as physical pain. Wow. So when we feel threatened, when we're like, I don't want to ask for help because of X, Y, and Z, and now I fear this, you're actually feeling pain in your body.
Wow.
But you're not asking for help.
Yeah.
Another reason why asking for help seems so hard is that we are terrible at articulating our needs in a way that that someone can offer constructive aid. This is partially due to a cognitive bias that social psychologists call the illusion of transparency, or the mistaken belief that our feelings, thoughts, and needs are obvious to other people. Too often, we wait for someone to notice our telepathic plea for help and inevitably get frustrated when no one does. So what?
We mad at the other people because they don't see we need help. Telepathically.
Listen, this is why I changed my background, because I be in my own world, and so does everybody else. I can't expect people to be like, "Oh, she must need help right now." Sometimes it happens like that, but it doesn't always. Like,
Well, and you know the insidious part about it is, even if they saw us struggling with something and came over and say, "Can I help you?" You said, "No, I'm all right."
right?
Yeah, just total lie. Just lie. Just my mother would slap me right now for saying that word. Just lie.
Right.
I'm so embarrassed. I'm so embarrassed right now. I'm so embarrassed.
Okay, Miss
Damn,
Lolly.
Lolly, that was a slap. That was a
That
slap.
was a slap.
Okay, me too. I'm reading it like, dang. Oh, all right. So, but that it brings me to they have 4 tips to ask for and get help. But before I share those, I wanted to also share in Buddhism there's a term called dependent origination. Dependent origination. So basically understanding, well, it teaches that on the most profound level, all life is interconnected and nothing exists in isolation. So, simply put, that means the real nature of individuals or events can only be correctly understood in the context of their connections with all others. And in my own words, we are all connected,
We
okay, and
are,
we
yeah.
need each other. I am here because you are here. We are here together. Your impact affects me. What I do affects you. That's what's going on. So at the end of the day, understanding that and being okay with the fact that we need to get help sometimes, that's important. It's part of life. Like literally,
Mhm.
it's a part of life. It's okay to lean on somebody else for a second, and it's okay for them to lean on you for a little bit.
Mhm.
It's what we do. um, and I'm talking to y'all, but I'm talking to me because I'm like, girl, get it together. Um, but
Yeah. Yeah.
the 4 tips they gave: one, when you're asking for help, be concise and specific. Um, asking for help and offering help can only be productive under one crucial condition: clear communication. Communicate your request as clearly and concisely as possible. There's no need to over explain. Simply describe what the task is, why it matters, and how the person you're asking can contribute. Be as specific as possible so they know exactly what they will need to do and can accurately judge how much time, energy the task will take. And it says, furthermore, be willing to negotiate. Let them decide how much they can support and they can offer and find a mutually beneficial solution. For that one, like, yes, with people, it's important to be concise and specific, but I realize, when I'm talking with spirit, you feel me? And I'm
Mhm.
like, I kind of want something like this a little bit. And then if it could kind of like have a little bit of X, Y, and Z maybe. And like, it's like, what am I asking for?
Conditions, right? Conditions.
You know what I'm asking for.
Yeah.
And I mentioned that before when I was speaking, I think one of these calls with Reverend Amani, and I said, my problem is I don't always know what I want. And if you don't know what you want, you can't get exactly what you need. It's in the help.
Ask for it
When
either.
you're asking,
Mhm.
you're asking, you don't know what you're
Mhm.
asking, you don't know what you want, they can't give you what you want, because you don't know. So that's
Now
huge.
I have, yeah. Now,
Evelyn's
with
hand
that
up
being
here.
said, sometimes you don't know what will help you.
Mm-hmm.
And at some point in time, what I say is, let me tell you what the outcome that I want to experience.
Mm-hmm.
Now you tell me how you can assist me in getting to that outcome, because I don't know.
Yeah.
That's
So
understanding.
that's a
That's
way.
good.
Let me tell you what I want to experience. Let me tell you where I want the goal to be. Let me tell you what I want the end result to be. Now, how can you facilitate me getting there?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay.
Mm-hmm. And
All
then
right.
you might find out that I did when I had these people come to the building when I got this building, and I called him for something different around. Actually, it was around video production and all that kind of stuff because he knew what my vision was, okay. And then he said, but then he shows up and he has a whole construction crew. He has the architect, he has the guy that can do. I'm like, I didn't know you do this. That video and thing was not, but that's how I knew him. But when he knew what the whole vision was, then he say, but I can help over here. And because I already trust him for this, it was easier to trust him in who he brought, and then knowing me, he knew he brought the right people to do what I needed to see done, so that I could feel very comfortable. When the architect came, Ron is just a tall white hippie, and just loves the community and just helping everybody. So here he is. But let me tell you, as I walked through that building, I was telling you, and over here we're going to do this, and over here we're going to do that. Ron was exactly by my side, as though he was my husband or my child. He wanted to hear, what is your vision? And when we all gathered at the door to leave and stuff, and then, when everybody had their say so about what they saw and all that. And then when he spoke, everything that I was saying, he could just reiterate it. Everything. So like you said, Danny, this is where I'm going. Do you know someone that can assist in this happening? Evelyn, you had your hand up for a while. Go on, baby.
No, I just wanted to say about you can't read people's mind, but the situation was when I was younger, I was on public assistance, and so was my cousin, and we both got our food stamps. That's when you had to go get the physical food at the same time. And we had a car, and I knew how she shopped. She needed to get to the grocery store. She had a ton of coupons, because by the time they rang up the coupon, she only had to pay like $20 some. That's the way she shopped. And we went to different stores because she was a hoarder, but it wasn't like a bad hoard. It was like collect the school supplies when they're on sale, collect the clothes that's how she did things, and she had it packed up really nicely. So I knew first of the month, I'm going up to Pontiac, we're going shopping, we're going to be out for like 4 or 5 hours. And she didn't have to ask me because I knew that's what she did. And that's how I learned to shop. But then she had her cousin right there, who knew that's what she needed to do. But my cousin Linda would have to ask her first. And I was like, so I think it's like two ways, know people that can't read your mind, but those people and you already know, I know Queen Aduni needs this, and she don't have to ask me. Or I know Danny needs this, so I'm just gonna offer, and I know, and I'm gonna be there. Or anybody is, but then when you asking someone that you have never asked for anything before, then of course they cannot read your mind because they don't know you, because it may be something, then of course that's the way you approach it. And I think that's great. So thank you very much, Lolly, because it's the hardest, oh my God, asking for help. Oh my God, because you don't want to, sounding like you're begging and you're feeling like there's lack, asking from a place of lack. That's it. When you're asking from a place like you don't feel like there's enough, that's I don't like, So
or asking for a place of unworthiness that you don't deserve help.
Right. So yeah.
Okay.
That's good, Danny. Yeah. Seeing it that way as well. Yeah.
Yep.
All right, Miss Lowley, what else?
Okay.
That was just the first part. Okay. What's the second?
All right. So the second tip for asking for help is don't apologize. Don't apologize for asking for help. No one gets excited about a task that the tasker feels the need to apologize for. We all need help sometimes, and it's nothing to be ashamed of. But apologizing makes it seem like you're doing something wrong by asking and casts the task at hand into a negative light.
Mm.
On that note, don't minimize your need with phrases like, I hate to ask, or it's just a small thing. This suggests that their assistance is trivial and takes a joyous sense of accomplishment out of helping.
Mm.
After all, how am I supposed to feel if you hate to ask for my assistance? Similarly, don't ask them to do you a favor. This can make people feel obliged to say yes.
Mm.
That's
Oh,
interesting.
good.
Or when they ask you, what are you doing at 4:00? Or what are you doing on the 17th of June or whatever? Because what do you need?
Right.
Because
Yes.
then you'll make a decision as to whether, in my mind, okay, you'll make a decision as to whether that is justifiable to not do it, or if you're going to do it and you sacrificed all these things that you was going to do just to do it for me. Because remember, I told you I had this. So when people do that, the answer is most likely
It's a trap.
judged.
It's a trap. That's that coming
You
at you
tell me
like
what
that.
you want.
It is a trap. It is a trap.
Mhm.
And you know how you handle a trap. I can't tell you what I'm doing 5 minutes from now. What do you need?
Right.
Okay,
Some people
I
will
cannot.
ask,
Right.
some people will do that.
Yeah.
Some people-
But let's change it around. The new response. I can't tell you. So what did you say you want to do for me?
I do.
But what did you tell me you would do
What
for
was
me?
it
Right.
you wanted to do for me?
But you know, one other thing is your body language and how if you go and ask cowering, that's the attitude you're gonna get. They were like, oh damn, do you really need this? You know, you gotta go in there, with confidence, standing up, chest out,
Mhm.
I need help. I need help. Right now, one of my sister friends, she is helping her husband deal with his health. He has leukemia and whatnot, and is in need of care. So she didn't want to ask for help, and she does a lot of things for the community. So one of her friends put up a GoFundMe for her because she wouldn't do it. So now and then just the love that's coming in, that people are helping and assisting. Danielle was a good example of that. She learned how to speak up and say that she needed assistance. And you see when you do it, it comes in. But it doesn't even matter where it came from. Now we know Lolly. So I'm really grateful because practice. You can practice that. I need help getting my grass cut. I cut the grass all last year. I don't know how I did it, but it happened, and and then I was like, okay, I need to do. I got a shared lawn with my neighbor. And I asked my neighbor. I was like, can you contribute? She was. I don't have that money. This year, she's been cutting the grass,
Mm.
and every time she do it, I tell her.
Mm.
Because sometimes what I need is what you need to.
That's right.
Mhm.
That's right.
We're here together, and I don't know this individualization. I don't know. I mean, that sounds like we learned that from somewhere else, but right now we know that we are dependent origination. I got it.
Mm.
It's me.
Dependent origination.
Yep.
We number
I
ready.
feel you, Mama. Like I had to recently go to my family, which was like one of the least things that I wanted to do, and told them that I needed some help. Well, there was help that I needed in my way. There was help they wanted to use in their way. And I don't know if we came to a happy medium, but I would say things are definitely working out the way that they need to. So I'm like, okay, lesson learned. That doesn't mean I'm not going to ask for help from my family again. Because you never know, the tables may turn when they need to come to me. And I'm like, one day. And I'm like, okay, I'm not going to be like, well, because you didn't help me when I needed you. No. My thing is, my prayer is, you know what? If I got it and I can be of use, I'm going to be there. Regardless if this is friends, family, foe, or whatever. And that's a good lesson to come to, because most people be like, no, you ain't helped me, I ain't gonna help you. No, we can't be like that, because you don't know what blessing you're holding back for yourself or what blessing you're holding back from other people. So yeah, I just wanted to share that. And then earlier this year, when I did needed some financial help from people, I bulk confidently explained to them that I was in a situation, and that, how is it, and I could use a financial contribution to help me out of the situation. I didn't go into the whole backstory. I didn't cry and inside. I didn't try to make it, bring out the tiny violins and make it a little bit more than what it was. And people actually helped out, and they gave freely. And it was absolutely amazing. And because I didn't put a value number to it, on my case, I got people give me more than what I ever thought that they would actually give. Because I didn't say, oh, well, can you give me 200 here? Can you get, no, whatever you have, if you're able to give to help me out, I'll greatly appreciate it. And they gave. And I was like, oh, that removed a certain block and fear for me from, asking people for help. Now it's like, okay, I need help packing up. I need help, with this project. I don't have a problem now asking for help. Can you help me out? Can you assist each other? What can we do? But
That's that first step, being concise and specific. Come on, Lolly. Reiterate. Let's do first one was concise and concise and specific. And number 2 was don't apologize for needing help. What's number 3? Were you ready?
Number three is make it personal, not transactional.
Oh.
So they suggest not asking for help over email or text, though it's easier to send a written request. It's a lot easier to say no to a written request. Speak face-to-face or call. Studies show that face-to-face requests are 34 times more successful. Make your request more personal by explaining why the person's skills or expertise make them uniquely suited to this task. This casts them as a helpful person and not just another person you can resort to for help. Studies show that when people are asked to be a generous donor, rather than simply asked to donate, they are more likely to say yes and donate larger sums. Finally, don't emphasize reciprocity. While we tend to think that sweetening the deal with a promise of a return favor is a good strategy, this kind of language makes your request feel transactional. People don't like feeling indebted to others, and others are more likely to help you if you show genuine appreciation for their aid rather than assign their efforts a monetary value. Interesting. Make it personal.
Make it personal. Because it is. You're asking someone for something of themselves. Right. It's either going to be their energy, it's going to be their money, it's going to be their effort, it's going to be, you're asking for something that's personal to them. And so the request should be made in person. Yeah. Yeah. I agree with that one wholeheartedly. Yeah. Yeah. That's good stuff, Lolly.
Just like when Marcus Garvey told the community, the Pan-African, he said, listen, I need everybody to send $1. He made his $2 million, okay?
Yes.
I mean, I even thought about having events and having the people, they started doing it with the Detroit suit. 5 jars, be prepared to make a donation to your favorite group, whatever one is here. And put, You know, you might want to give one group $20 or another group five, you know, or five groups, four groups $5. I just think that would be a beautiful thing. This is what there's a group with Detroit. I think Mama Nefertiti got an amount, a check from them because she's in this group, and every week I think, did the brother come on here? Was he with us? He talks about how the group, everybody donates X amount of dollars, and then every month they give money to certain community or organizations or whatever, because they're in it together. And it's like that, you know, the susus. But it's, you know, it's right here. We're giving a donation and we're gonna put this together. Some families do that. Every month family donates X amount of dollars, and you know, this month it goes to that child, or this month it goes to that person. You just pray, you know, and see, that's even put out in there. You just pray and get round to you sometime, you know. But, you know, it's a savings, and we can meet goals with smaller amounts from a more, I mean, we all have, how many people do you have connected to you on Facebook and Instagram?
Right.
If they all sent you $1, when the Charles H. Wright Museum meeting, I said, why don't we, if every family gave $1, $1, we could, that bill could be handled.
Yeah.
Working
Yeah.
together. Don't promise. Just let it.
It's funny how people, even with that $1, will do research, will judge you. What they gonna do with my dollar? It's just no, but what? So my brother-in-law wanted to, you know, tell him about this particular program, and I said, if I'd have gone through everything, then there'd have been questions and well, but what is it going to do? Well, how long has this been around? Or blah, 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 blah. And then, nah. But if I walk up to him and asked him for, give me $10, he would just give me $10. So sometimes all that explaining and stuff, you know, when people are going back and forth, it drives some people crazy. And sometimes you don't even want their assistance because of what you have to go through. Yeah, but my brother-in-law, I flipped the script, and I knew if I asked him questions about what I was about to do and I could pass his questions,
you know, you could go.
yeah.
It's a go.
It's a real go. Yeah. Yeah.
I have a friend, this is how he does his thing. So let's say you asked me for $10. He said, I'm gonna give you 20, and you can't ask again until you give me the 20 back. But he's not asking for it back. He just saying, if you want to ask again, you're gonna need to bring me 20. I give you above what you asked. Here's more, and here's some wisdom. I was like, okay, Ambi, I like that. I'm gonna give you more, and when you ready, you know, if you need to come back to me, you can either pay me the 20 or don't ask. You know? But you know, when you loan, now there's a difference. There's loaning money, borrowing money, you know. So it might not come back, but you might get a different blessing for just being, you know, love to someone, you know.
Right.
It'll come from somewhere else. Because you know, sometimes you feel like you get burned when you help people, but I mean, dang, you might have got burned, but doggone it, you woke up today. Okay.
Let me tell you, a friend of mine, when I was raising money to open the school, a friend of mine, he gave me $35,000. And then, you know, things have not panned out yet. He told me, he said, I was investing in you, not the school. It's you I was investing in. You. your vision and your dreams. You,
Mm.
I trust you. And I had one of my, she's a client of my sister's, and she called me. Now this was years, this was in 2020, like 2020, okay? And she called, she says, you know what, Sheila, I told my, she said, since it hasn't happened, you can just don't even worry about it. I said, oh, no, babe. It's still happening. It's still happening. And yes, I am still going to give you your blessing. And then I said, she said, oh, really? I said, yes. And if you leave Earth before it happens, we will give it to your children. That's my word to you. You invested in me, and but then when it doesn't come through and stuff, you get leery about going and asking again, not even to the same person, but to to do it again. It didn't pan out the way that I wanted to, but what I know is that when it pans out, it's going to be delicious. And she was just so taken back that I said, no, because she would have gave it to her children had she had it. So yeah. I'm just saying that people, when it was saying about being personal, when Lottie said, be personal. That's one of the things is he said, I was investing in you. And he invested a lot of money in another person and in construction. Houses, he was building houses and stuff, and that fell through. So there's no full proof, nothing. You're walking from day to day. And I am presently still working on the school. The school never stopped. We just kept teaching. We just had to teach wherever we were. So and I've had to shut my stuff down a few times, and one was a really, really emotional time because the students thought that I was ripping them off. I knew that it was going to happen and that they and I took their money anyway and blah blah blah. But handled all of that, and I'm still here. All we did was we just shut that door and moved everything in my living room and somebody else's. And then worked on where is it going to be next and how can we, so we don't have the big school, but we do workshops. We still, our name is still out there for that, for education and such. So
Lolly, can you recap for Edwana? Can you recap for Edwana those 4
Oh,
steps?
yes. So we are talking about asking for help, and it is important to know how and when to ask for help. And it's okay to ask for help. And sometimes asking for help, not asking for help rather, is because we are being fearful, and that actually is causing pain within our body. So we need to be able to release, we need to be able to reach out, and we need to understand that we all are depending on each other to survive in this world. So with that being said, there were 4 tips to ask and get help, to ask for help and get help. The first one was be concise and specific. The second one is don't apologize. The third one, which we were just talking about, is make it personal, not transactional. And this fourth one I'm about to read now is follow up with results. Beyond expressing your gratitude, you should follow up with the helper to share the tangible results of their aid. As much as we'd like to think that acts of generosity are their own reward, the reality is that people long to feel effective. We want to feel that the work we do and the help we give matters. Take the time to show the people who help you why their support not only matters to you, but how it makes a larger impact on your life, work, or community. So the next time you think you need some help, remember there are more people than you think who are eager to lend a hand. And most importantly, use those suggestions to ask in a way that empowers you and the person you're asking to reap the rewards of generosity and collaboration. So yeah, that last one was follow up with results. I did that actually for my graduation, because the school I graduated from was in Maryland. So I had to go to Maryland, and I wanted my mama to be able to come with me to my graduation. So I'm like, look, y'all, I don't ask for help often, but I do need this help this time. I actually need it this time, because I'm not one I just ask just because all the time, every week I always need something. I'm not one of those people. But when I need it, I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna speak out. So when I had a few people who did actually help me and sent some funds for me to make sure me and my mother could get there properly. And when I got there, I had took a video at my graduation, and I sent it to every single person that sent me $1. And I'm like, look, I want you to see this meant a lot to me, because I'm able to actually be here. My mama's over there in the corner. And it meant so much more. So it's like, yeah, they didn't need me to send a video or a picture. But it just helped them feel like, you know what, yeah, I'm fulfilled by what I did. So I might not have had the same $50 I had 10 minutes ago or last week, but yeah, I'm actually able to see how this is impacting someone's entire life. So yeah, follow up with results. I like that.
Thank you for sharing that, because I need to do that's something that I need to do. That's been on my heart, and right now I need to go ahead and do that. When Isis wanted to go to Japan, the trip has been canceled, and she still is going. She's going to go to Japan, but I mean not but she's going to go to Japan. But I would like to share what's happened with that whole trip, because it became a trip. So it got canceled because so many people kept canceling out, because they stopped because of the creativity over Void Idle Days. And so I kept, people kept dropping off, and so now it's only Isis and the teacher and his children going. And so then they said, well, no, we're not going to do the trip to Japan at all. We're going to send you guys to go to Europe. I was like, I am not in the game. She did Japanese study of culture and literature and language, and she don't want to go to Europe. That's not where the Japanese, is, that is. So that's why she, didn't go. So they canceled the trip. I'm like, God dog it, my baby. I didn't know how. And right when I was being concise and specific about asking, I was sending letters. I was sending out messages on Facebook, and then I sent some emails and whatnot. Do you know that that's when creativity over Void Idle Days started happening, and there was no more, people weren't going to work. There was a stoppage of everything. And I felt bad about asking, because I saw what was happening around the world. But people still came through and helped us. But my baby ain't got no bill out of college, though. Ain't no bill. Give thanks. But I will, yeah, thank you, Lolly. I will get that letter. Isis and I'm going to make sure she partakes with that.
My sister I used to be like, why do you always do this? But whenever she had, I don't know, an event or whatever, she would get these little dollar store cards, the little Dollar Tree cards, and she would write a little card for everybody and then give it to them. And I'm like, that's doing too much. But then now I'm like, that actually is really sweet. That is it's just that extra step of gratitude that I feel like if we were to show that more, people would be more willing to help us in the future.
Yeah. Grand Rising, Lakeisha. Let's see who else has jumped on. Oh, Edwana.
Yeah.
Oh, you have a moment to wave.
Traveling.
Grand Rising, ladies. Grand Rising.
Rising. Okay, so I got a question then. What is something that you are working on now in your business, in your life, whatever? What is something that you're working on now that you're going to ask for help for?
Oh, first, I am going to ask the Reb the rev for coaching on just pulling all the aspects of my business together. I'm going to write everything down first so I can say what it is, and then we're gonna. Yeah, I need some coaching on what to pursue and what to leave on the back burner. So yes, I'm going to ask for coaching so that I'm not just doing this here and doing this there and a little bit of this and a little bit. No, it's a structure, it's a plan, yeah.
That's good. I need to do that too.
And I did ask for help yesterday, and I think I followed most of what you said. I didn't come like, because I was over at the Java House, and John came in, who is the head of Blightbusters, and I was talking to his wife. I love her. I was talking to his wife about my property, and that because he has renovated property and he has property over there, and I just wanted someone that didn't have any skin in the game to just give me some advice, somebody and so she's going to talk to him about it and whatever. So yeah.
Good. All right, who's next? Go.
I'll go next.
Okay.
I am gonna ask for sponsorships for my youth event. That's
Same.
something new, and I've been sitting in fear of the amount. And last night, all the amounts came to me, and I wrote them down. And I am now gonna ask for those amounts without fear and in confidence. And I am gonna ask Danielle to help me create my website and get my flyers together.
Yay.
And I am not gonna fear if I lack or not, because it is so, and it is, and I just have to ask. So Danielle, can you help me?
Of course I can. Yay.
What program are you putting together, Ebony? What does it entail?
So it takes a village youth fest. I will be giving back backpacks to the community in the month of September. I stay in a Tri-City area, so I started in River Rouge 9 years ago, and I am officially servicing the Tri-City area. So I will be servicing the city of River Rouge, the city of Ecorse, and the city of Southwest Detroit, with providing backpacks to the children, and as well as environmental education. So I will be talking about the importance of the air quality and how it affects asthma and our respiratory system. And I'll be doing a demonstration with the communities, and I will have my first, it's called a toxic tour, because we're gonna have a better name for it eventually. But over the years, it's been called a toxic tour, where we'll invite like policy holders and like stakeholders and government officials to take a bus tour around our communities to see the like marathon, DT, and the things that impact us. This year will be our first year. We're going to open it up to actual residents and community, and we're going to break it down to you guys exactly how these plants affect us in our body and what we can do about
it. Okay.
Yep, that's it. And it's usually on my own, on my back. And this year it is not. It will not be.
That's good. That's good.
You on mute, Queen Aduni.
That's the same thing, but with Hug Detroit, it's been on Sky and I, and this year, oh yeah, we already done started. We've already started. So, but I was thinking, is it in one building, in one location?
So no,
I heard you say moving from
is moving from place to place. So we have 4 cities signed up. 3 cities. Nope, 4. We got 4 now. The first one, September the 2nd, will be in the city of Ecorse at my church, Mount Zion Church. And it's going to be focused on faith and how the faith and environment. The second one is our Rouge Days. We have an annual carnival and parade each year in our city. So it's going to be the Rouge Days parade. We're going to march in the parade, and it's focused on community and environment. So we march in the parade, and we give out the backpacks at the Rouge Days, along with we're currently working with Rashida Tlaib to get air filters for the home.
Yeah.
To present to the families. The third location is our big celebration where we're going to invite everybody. It's open for everybody, vendors, performers, and everything. And that's where that will be in our first resiliency center in our Tri-City area at Kimini Rec Center. That's September the 16th. And we are now moving into the city of Detroit, and we are going to have one on September, I think it's September the 23rd, that last Saturday at the Squeeze Station with my friend Adriana. Well, our friend Adriana and the infamous Squeeze Station. So that will be the last one, and it will be all about the arts and environmental education. So all these aspects to me personally plays an effect in the environmental education of us all.
Beautiful. Yeah. I was thinking, I said, maybe I should have a join in with hair and environmental.
Perfect, because you know they have a lawsuit out for the perms.
I was going to say, because being in the atmosphere and breathing that and putting your hands in the chemicals, that all of that is, because we don't have extensions and stuff because everybody would have to breathe. We don't press the hair because you still are breathing that as well.
Yes, Lakeisha.
Because it's another approach to looking at environmental safety and such.
Yes, I would love that, Queen, and to actually have like the power of natural hair as well. And because they have a Crown Act out. So just the promotion of the Crown Act, that that relaxer lawsuit going on. I'm the health chair of the NAACP, and I'm really learning. We're gonna go to Boston soon to talk about our resolutions in the NAACP, and the Crown Act is on one of our approvals for the resolution.
Oh, that's awesome. Because I am preparing to go and get a separate license for a specialty school. So they want me to, what I had to do, because I'm the one that fought for the license, one of the leaders that fought for that, and went and dealt with Kwame's Kenyatta, not Kenyatta.
Kwame Kilpatrick.
Yeah, she helped us. Took it to the thing. Anyway.
Oh, his wife, his ex-wife.
What I was looking for was to separate that.
Okay.
License.
Not his wife, his mother.
His mother? Okay, his mother.
Carolyn.
Yeah.
Carolyn.
And she, yeah, and so what had happened was they created a separate license. We did get that. But they said you have to teach it under a cosmetology school. So I had to open up a whole school just so that we could get a license, right? So in the midst of all of that, I bet you I can count under 100 people that actually went and got the license. And just what's going on. Now I am totally ready to go in there and say, okay, if the license is here, then you grant me Everett's to be a specialty school for only natural hair, because you cannot, according to your law and who you represent, force me to be in a caustic atmosphere force me to have other people learn how to put their hands in chemicals. You're going to force me so that I can just be natural. Okay, do whatever you need to do, you do, but I want a specialty license because some people do want a license. It's voluntary, it's not mandatory. But some people, that is important to them to have their, have that. And I am totally for education. We need to show each other. We don't need to go to somebody else and ask them how to do our hair and force us into a lifestyle of breathing and putting our hands in stuff and hurting. We are the only people that they sell chemical stuff on their hair. The baby perm and stuff, kitty perms. They don't do that to other children's, other races, other communities. It's ours. And so, and we're very good at policing each other, ourselves. If I see your hair is ugly and I don't think I'm gonna go to your stylist, like that. I just wanted to share that. So that is totally in line with environmental danger.
Yep.
And the elements also affecting the hair. What's flying around? It's affecting the hair and the hair follicle and your brain cells.
Yes, it does.
Yep.
So I am currently working on becoming a certified air monitor. I just got
girl.
Yeah, so I just got invited to be on an air monitoring committee, and so I'm not really chemical savvy. So some of the words I'm learning. I will be chemical savvy in give me about a year. So I will be chemical savvy because I ain't playing with them, because that's where they try to hide the real knowledge from us. Like trying to make it all difficult, and you want to use these big words. No, baby girl got these big words under control, so I ain't even gonna worry about it. So I gotta train myself. I'm about to train myself, and a lot of the chemicals they are putting in the air, but we've been eating them for years, so it's like they just called it something else.
There's so many. You're right.
So I'm just like, y'all, I'm woke. So I'm woke now. So I'm just woke. So I'm just like, oh, because that sound like the mercury sound like the same stuff we didn't eat in fish. And that's the same things that are in like the smokestacks. When y'all see smokestacks in these companies and they putting these clouds out, them ain't real clouds. That's some mercury and that's some diesel fuel. And it's some stuff called P5s that I thought was a P5, but it's a P5s, like a FA, and all those, it's called cumulative impact. So all individual molecules of that come together and create some like, I call it a bully. It's like a big bully. It just creates like the giant, and then it kills us, or we die from cancer, or we don't even smoke cigarettes. Now we got cancer. We wondering what's going on with our lungs. We don't have asthma. Now we can't breathe, because all of these specific particles and chemicals put themselves together to create something that's deadly to us. But the government don't see it. They look at it as its own individual identity. So that ain't shit, but I can talk about it with y'all because y'all my girls. So
they get to call high fructose corn syrup, which is the crack of sugar. They get to call that natural flavoring, and they putting it on your labels, and you think it's natural flavoring.
You think it's natural flavor?
Bug juice, the hog maws, dog balls, and bug excrement to make your beet juice colored purple or whatever. All of that. It wasn't too long ago when they didn't even have to tell you what was in stuff, and now they tell you so much, but it's still BS. and then the vegans and the carnivores are fighting with each other, baby. They shit on your spinach and they messing with and and the cows is eating it. So we all getting jacked up. So listen, the prayer is whatever I can use out of this world, let me use it, and what I can't, let it be released from my body. I don't, if it's a period, the teeny tiny dot, let me use it for what good I can. Because baby, they killing us softly. But you know, I like to equate us and look at roaches, because let me tell you, they've been here. They didn't made raid, super extra raid, and raid, but listen, and they still here. That's how we are. We ain't going nowhere. Okay, we here for it. They didn't did this other thing, and look at us. Look at the Elizabeths.
Woo! Woo!
Yes. I might use
So
the roach in my resiliency analogies
that's
next
right. There
time.
you go. There it is.
They'll be like, what is going on with this lady?
Yeah, they dogged me out. Why would you compare us to a roach? Baby, you need to study. First of all, they eating all your little dead skin cells walking around here, so they cleaning up after you, okay? All this little
Okay.
all that stuff floating in the air, they eat all of that. They're cleaning. Respect it.
Mm.
Okay.
I hear you, Mama Hip, but I don't want them to
Did I
hear me. Okay,
did I say I wanted them? No, I did
I
not.
don't
I
want
didn't.
the roaches.
They not my
But
pet.
that's one species. That's one species that can.
Right, but stay focused. I said the
With the
resiliency.
spiders, they're also eat.
Go ahead, Mama. What were you saying?
Kind of faded out, Danny.
Yeah, if you're still talking, we don't hear you, baby.
Yeah, we don't hear you. Can't hear you. You moved around, got to a
What's
bad.
that? What's that? There's it's in the Old Testament talking about the more they persecuted them, the more they multiplied.
That's right.
Yes.
Right. Yeah.
Because as as our ancestors are getting beat, then they go to each other and they hug each other. Oh baby, and let me fix this. Let me put them stab on this, and and then they're making love to console.
Right.
And then there's some more babies.
Some more, and they stronger than the stuff you sprayed on them is now their secret weapon. Yeah, but I was solely speaking about the resiliency. I'm not, they're not my friends. I just like how they survive.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. The survival of them.
Mhm.
So, well, I'd like to go ahead and segue into what I would like to have help with. Um, the African World Festival is this weekend, and I'd like to ask people to come and support by coming and doing movement with me, or sending energy, or sending friends. I will be presenting at the Wellness Village at the Health is Wealth stage.
Hold on, slow down. Health is wealth.
I got it. The picture's already in the
okay, perfect.
WhatsApp. Okay.
So, and I'd just like to thank an Elizabeth sister, Francine, who saw my post and said, Mama Head, do you mean Saturday, Sunday 15th, or do you mean Sunday the 16th? She asked me to, correct I had 3 or 4 people look at the thing, and we didn't see that I had the dates wrong. So it's Friday the 14th this evening. No, today is Friday.
Yes.
At 9:30 after Parliament Funkadelic, come get relaxed so you can go home and go to bed good, or turn your music on, have you.
Ma, you coming?
At 6:30.
How much does it cost? Does it cost?
The African World Festival is $15 unless you are a member. Then just whatever. So go to the website. If you type in African 2023 African World Festival, the in Google or whatever, it will bring up the page, and you can get your schedule and what.
I don't know. It's at night. We got to see Mama Head. Hold on.
Can't hear you.
Unmute yourself.
Oh, I'm sorry. Is it downtown at Hart Plaza, or is it at a different?
Yes, it is at Hart. Yes, it is at
the
Hart Plaza. Yes, I see. There you go. You got to remember your who, what, when, why, and where.
Okay.
Yes,
Hart
and we have
Plaza.
other sisters. Nama Slay is going to be down there for 3 days. Mama Tanae is teaching belly dance on Saturday, if I'm not mistaken. But check your schedule. Check the schedule online so that you can get proper and accurate and specific and concise details.
So you'll be there tonight, and what's the other day and time?
It's Sunday. Tonight at 9:30, Sunday at 6:30. They got Mama Head out here late in the streets. So just think of it as party. So you come do your warm up and then go party if you haven't already with the Funkadelic. I plan on Funkadelic and then running over to my section.
I know.
Who's today? Okay.
Myself, the
Who's
people.
DJing?
For what? My music? It's gonna probably be my YouTube
Oh, okay.
lover.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Is it? It's for an hour.
You know, I need to look at that. How long is it? Because at 9:30, I mean, you know, what time does Hart Plaza close? I need to see my end time. I'm expecting an hour. I'm thinking an hour.
Yeah. I think
you know, as long as the music
usually
on,
first night you got until like 11, they start clearing people out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's gonna be fun.
Shut it down tonight.
I got my bag.
Bring your tambourines, anything that shake, glisten, glitter, bring it all. You know I like it flashy.
Chair. I'll be down there. And it's just down the street from me.
Right. And you know it's a family reunion. It's a family reunion. So
I'm gonna call you right back.
a lot of people don't realize it because I'm like, the time keep changing, but that's all right. We gonna be together. We are here. Anybody else? Well, Lolly wants to know what you need help with, people. I did my homework. Next.
Okay, I'll go next. I am going to ask 25 new retailers to put our natural deodorant in their stores. I'm going to ask them to do that.
Yep.
You can go.
That's going to be my ask. I've been nervous to do it.
I'm responding.
You responding?
I have a location. I have people come in and out of my building in my space, and they're looking for natural. They come to get their hair done natural. We're gonna have food upstairs, natural. We're gonna have, and I'm always telling them about the deodorant. We carried Mita's. She was on here one time, and we carried her deodorant. Could not keep it in there because once they know where they can get it.
Yes.
But I was going to talk to you about your products at Everett anyway. So.
So she's gonna be my
now we down to 24.
Now you're down to 24.
Add 24.
Yeah, were you through, Lakeisha?
Yes, that's my major ask. I got other asks, but that's gonna be my major ask.
Deodorant, yes, that's the good stuff. Okay, Mama Head.
I just want to share. Lolly, could you please reiterate number wait a minute, which one? When we say the aspect of don't apologize for needing help, or how we bargain it, I just want you to go over that one again, or just reiterate one more time about the asking for help, because I noticed that, when one of us was talking, they were like, yeah, I need help with it. I need you confident. I need your chest up. I need your body posture. I need your words to be definitive. And so just go over that one again. Don't tell them, oh yeah, I need the help because of blah, blah, blah. I need the help and this is what I need done. Boom. So please break that down again.
Yeah. So we're talking about asking for help, and how to ask for help. And the second one was don't apologize. And it was explaining that if you're coming to somebody, I humbly come to you asking for just $1. Nobody is excited about that. Nobody is like, oh, let me help. They're like, oh man, I feel kind of sad right now. Why I feel like this? That's not the energy you want to bring to the situation. Because asking is not something that you need to be ashamed of, especially if you're really asking with a genuine spirit and you have a genuine goal and a concept for what you need them for and why you need it. Then there's no need to feel like you're doing something wrong because you're asking. So you don't want to say phrases like, I hate to ask, or it's just a small thing. You want to come confidently, as you were saying. And I think on the other, to add to that as well, it's like when you're like, hey, my name is Mariah. I need help with X, Y, and Z. This is what I have going on. How can you help me? You know, that is a whole different energy, because it sounds like, okay, you got your stuff together. You might need a little support, but you got it together. Let me see how I can help you, because you got this together. That's different than like, I need, unfortunately, I don't have enough money for my event, and I could like that. That sounds like a sob story. So
Look,
yeah,
Lolly
don't
gave us
apologize.
that lesson. I just want to keep sharing that. We're gonna keep iterating because we all. I know we in the we and me. We all need to hear this. I need everybody present for the lecture Lolly has presented with us today. Thank you.
Keisha?
Yes, I wanted to say, when you asking, you should ask with energy too. Like ask with energy. And y'all might have mentioned this. I'm not for sure. I've been doing some things. The Bible even says you have not because you ask not. So you have to ask. Like, you know, anytime, I don't care who, if they ask, then I pretty much would try to get, if there's somebody on the streets and they asking for money, a lot of times I will go ahead because they ask. Like, it's a blessing in asking. It's a blessing in asking.
Yeah, that's great.
I so feel Reverend Omani, you know, getting in our butts about, you know, this is so her. This is one of them transformational Thursday pieces. I can feel her. Now listen how you saying it now, Mama Head or whomever. Yes. And our other lesson, just for those who joined in, I need you to grab, when your phone rings, you can pick up your phone and you can say, Queen, could you tell us what?
Grand Rising, how can you help me?
When your phone rings, that can be your new salutation. How can you help me? See if you could do that for a few phone calls today. That's your cyber homework, okay? Cyber Elizabeth homework.
And that scripture is James 4:2 in the King James Version.
That's my daddy, James 4:2.
Yeah, you have not because you ask not. So it's a blessing in asking.
Blessing in asking. I need to put that on the side of the car, baby. I'll get one of those removable stickers that you can put on your car. I like that. How can you help me? Lakeisha, don't forget, when the phone rings, how can you help me? That's how to answer the phone. We're gonna do that a couple times a day and see what happens. See what you get. How can you help me? How about it? All right. Did everybody send their question? Did we get? Oh, look who showed up. Look in the room. Look who showed up.
Reverend Amani.
Oh, she's been
I
here.
just said your name.
She's been
Your
here
name.
for a little
We
bit.
pulled her out of witness protection.
Yeah.
Pulled her. How are you, Rev?
She's been here for a minute. So
Oh, I didn't see her little.
Yeah, she done heard what she heard.
Grand Rising. I'm in the witness protection program today.
No problem. Stay safe. The horizontal witness protection program. So, Reverend, we were talking about when somebody called you today, challenge yourself to say, how can you help me?
That's stupid.
The powerful conversation, though, making requests from people. Because what we don't realize is people want to help us, but we don't ask, but they want to.
Come on with it. We talking about reiteration here. Reiteration and
people want to help you. When you start asking them, because if you don't ask, it's like Lakeisha was saying, ask not, get not. Start asking and people be like, of course.
You know what?
Because they want to help. Like we all got a big heart, but we have to have an opportunity to exercise our big heart.
That's right.
Yes. My mentor, a lot of times he says that you should ask people, how can I help you? Like when you meeting people and building relationships, how can I help you? Is there anything I could do to help you? Like the more you help others, just like sowing seeds for people to it's just gonna, help you. But you need to find out, like, how can I help you? When you meeting people, that's what you should do, instead of always about me, 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 me. But how can I help you? Is there anything I could do to help you?
Right. But Lakeisha, I love that you said that business part, but there are some people in our lives that call our phones often and they always asking us to help them. So this is for those situations, because a lot of these are the people these aren't the business people. These are the friends, Can you take me to the store? Okay, but how can you help me? This is just the ask.
It was a conversation about the phone being, everybody's accessible. You're accessible to everybody all the time, and tuning out from them, or, giving them what for.
Yes, thank you for the context. Thank you, because we need listen. Both sides of this coin need to be addressed.
Yeah.
There are certain people, when they call you, they're always asking for it, and this, and in that, and we need to work together. We need to make this happen together, working together. And what was the go ahead, Dave.
I just had something happen, like I said, remember how I say I keep my phone on focus? So I together to go take care of a client, and I guess the agency called me saying, oh, well, what is it? Oh, the client canceled. I literally just looked.
Oh, you're freezing up, babe. You're probably going through a bad
I'm glad I looked at that before I drove to the east side from Southfield to find out that the client canceled. I'm like, okay, that's okay. I got the message in the lesson that I needed to hear today. So that's what's more important to me right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay.
So you said you had the focus on, and so you didn't get the message until you was already in the car.
Well, I got into the car because I was going to go to the app to get the client's address. And then I happened to look at the message like, oh, what is it? She said, I just tried to call you. And this is at 9:45. Hi, I tried to call you to tell you the client canceled for the day. It went to voicemail. Well, of course it's going to go to voicemail. Okay. Like I said, right. I didn't leave yet. I'm like, okay, I can shift and figure out what it is I need to do for the rest of the day. Now I have a backup. I have a backup to the backup. Then I'm looking to see what's the backup, and if there ain't nothing available, then guess what? I ain't gonna force nothing. I'm going to
self-care. Some self-care.
Still packing. I didn't get a chance to say what I needed help with today, or just in general. What do I need help with? Monday, I think I do need some assistance in packing. What is it? I'm letting my space go because it's not for what I need right now. And so I'm moving on, and I got my major move coming Tuesday and Wednesday, but I just need some help, packing things up in a sense that makes sense. Because that makes sense. That's all. That's it. And I say Monday because I know this weekend is African World Festival. This is no, we ain't doing that. That's that. Oh, and for everybody to buy one product from me for one time. That's all. I'll put my link in the WhatsApp. But yeah, just support, like, share, follow, all of that. And that's that.
All right. Well, let's take a stretch and get ready to hug ourselves. That was
What you say? Stay connected to source.
I'm getting ready for my twerking. Don't come out, Rev. Okay, because I'm tonight after Funkadelic, baby. I'm going to
oh snap! Okay. Come on, queen.
Oh, may I announce one thing? On Monday, Danielle and I, the topic is gonna be about artificial intelligence. So if you want to learn about AI, Monday is going to be very powerful, some good information regarding AI. Queen Aduni had talked about that. So I purchased this software information a while back and I wanted to share it with you all. It's some powerful information if you want to get in tune with AI, artificial intelligence, how you can use it to your advantage in your personal lives as well as in your business life. So I just wanted to make sure y'all knew about that that's going down on Monday. It's a 5-day, it was like a 5-day crash course. So we're not going to be able to do it all in one setting, but we can like do a series of it for each Monday.
Good.
So I want to make sure y'all were aware of that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right, y'all.
Hug yourselves. Hug the world. What, Pam? I thought I heard her say something. Ah, yes. And sprinkle goodness and dancing and joy and peace and sharing and caring and
P-Funk.
vendors and all the people and the performances and God's blessings and hold back that stuff and only sunshine. Yeah, I'll just say it like that. Only sunshine. Only sunshine.
Yes. Bye-bye.
On our people this weekend. Peace and prosperity.
All right.
All of you.
Self-care. Self-care.